Hi, this is Victoria Knits, and I'm Victoria. First, I just want to warn you that this is going to be kind of a rough podcast because, as you saw in the intro, I am on a road trip. I'm visiting my grandchildren and starting off by visiting my eldest grandson, Russell, who I just got down to sleep. I am babysitting him alone right now, so it's a little bit of a challenge, but it worked out. Russell just had his first birthday, and since my birthday is coming right up, I thought it'd be fun to have a giveaway for each of us. So for my part of the giveaway, I have chosen this yarn from the Woolly Marmot. It's called ROWWWAR. ROWWWAR. I think it's very pretty. I chose it because I thought it was pretty. It's fingering weight. It's fine fingering, and it is 50% silk and 50% merino wool. Mulesing free from Sustainable Small Family Farms wool. And I hope you like it. Here's the youngest photo I have of myself. And here's the yarn Russell has chosen. It's a fingering weight. It's also from the Woolly Marmot, and it is in the Seattle Seahawks colors. And here's a photo of Russell when he was just minutes old. And here are the two of us today, all grown up. Russell is a big 1-year-old now, and I'll say I'm over 60. How's that? And what do you have to do to win one of these yarns? It will be your choice of yarn, and I would like you to leave a comment telling me of something you've done that was out of your comfort zone. It doesn't have to be knitting related. It can be anything that challenged you. These gloves were a big challenge for me. This is the first pair of gloves I ever knit. Don't ask me why I chose this pattern. It is the Caoua gloves by Nancy Bush. I knit them in 2015. As you can see, they have a lot of color work in them. They did not turn out perfectly, not by a long way. I pulled the tension too tight as I was knitting in the round, and they have little ridges up them. I still love those gloves. Another thing I did out of my comfort zone was back in 2010, my daughter and I ran a full marathon together, 26.2 miles. Yes, we did a lot of training for it. Yes, I got very sick. I think it was altitude sickness. My daughter, being the sweetheart she is, stayed behind instead of getting herself a better time, and we finished the race together. Here we are celebrating. We weren't last. We were far from being in the middle, but we feel really good about having finished that. So, to win one of those yarns, leave me a comment about something you did that was outside of your comfort zone. Tell me which yarn you would prefer to win. And make sure you leave me a way to get in contact with you, either your ROWWWAR name or your Instagram name, something like that, so I can contact the winners. Okay, so what have I finished recently? Well, get ready for this. This is Russell and I telling you to put your shades on because I finished my Flax Light sweater by Tincanknits. I really love it. It's got Midnight Rainbow Bright by Mothie and the Squid on top, Radioactive Zombie by Lolo Did It, and Pretty Young Thing by Lolo Did It, and Splatter by Zen Yarn Garden. I love the way it turned out. And get those shades back on again, Russell says, because I finished my Reyna shawl by Nora Laivola. The colorway is Kiss by Woolly Marmot Yarns. I love this shawl. I love the way it turned out. Also finished those last two string along toys I wanted to do by Susan B. Anderson for my friend. I did a little pig, and this time I decided to try something new. I made a little dragon. I used another of Susan B. Anderson's patterns called Little Dragon to make this. I like the way it turned out. I also finished the first of Russell's adult socks. This is by Hana Made It. The colorway is Water Lilies After Dark. I think it looks really pretty. The pattern is Porthos. You can look on my last podcast to find out why I'm making my one-year-old grandson adult size socks. I also finished this pair of Froot Loop gloves. It's Up North Yarns, the colorway October. I love the way they turned out. So I think this is going to be quite a short episode. Russell's asleep. I feel like I need to get to sleep so I can get up with him in the morning. He gets up quite early, 6 a.m. I would like to suggest 2 podcasts. Treehouse Knits, that's Rachel. I believe she lives in Michigan. She always gives great tips. I've learned things from her, and she's been doing some sheep info on her blog, which I find really fascinating. And then Linda is in New Jersey, and she has the podcast Joey's Scarf, and I love her podcast. She has a different slant. I loved watching her husband make French toast on the intro to hers the other day. I thought that was really cute. I've really been enjoying Linda's podcast. So I think I'm going to end this by showing you some things that I've been doing since I've been here. It's been a great visit so far. I still have quite a bit longer to stay before I drive up to Seattle, the Seattle area, to visit my other grandchildren and stay with them for a while. And so I think that's what I'll do. If you like my podcast, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe so you'll know when I put out new episodes. So keep knitting, and this time, goodbye from Idaho. Thanks for watching.